what's the one psychological shortcut that you can use to dodge depression, stick to your workout intentions, start going to bed early, or even, once and for all, improve your food habits? If you want to learn how to stick to your goals, and especially your health goals, so that you can finally live a lifestyle that supports you in being as energetic and vibrant as you know you'd like to be and as you know you can be, just today I'm going to teach you that shortcut. And that happens to be the answer too. Just today. Let me explain. Back when I was in grade 12, I really fell in love for the first time. He was just a year older than me and played both football and the flute. 3 years later, we started to talk about getting engaged and building a family, but a conflict arose, and it involved his family dynamics. So there was just no way to work around that. And in a matter of 3 weeks, we went from ring shopping to complete breakup. And the breakup happened 2 days before my birthday. So I took it real hard. With all the intensity of a young woman still very much in love, I cried a river every day. Actually, probably more like twice each day, maybe even a third time if I heard the flute on the radio. The hardest time was near bedtime, because we never went to bed without calling each other to say goodnight, and I just couldn't envision spending the rest of my life without his loving words. And then one day, unable to continue to hear me crying myself to sleep each night, my mom said, "MJ, just pretend that he is traveling. Just pretend that just today you can't talk to him." And I knew that it wasn't true, but the pretending was helpful. I didn't cry as much that night after my mom recommended that strategy. And each night after that, I told myself that just today I could deal with not hearing from him. And slowly but surely, I discovered that I was now looking forward to some quiet time just reading in bed by myself at the end of the day, rather than look forward to his phone calls. I had succeeded at creating a new normal. Thank you, Mom. If only I had known then that this young love wasn't meant to be my forever. It was only preparing me for the real love of my life. But I've since used that phrase, just today, anytime I've had to make a big change. It's helped me in so many different contexts, from feeling lonely after moving to a new country to starting to work out again after a dry spell. I also gave up desserts, and that was hard. I reduced my social media intake, and I embraced intermittent fasting, just one day at a time. Focusing on just today is really the key if you want to learn how to stick to your goals, because it makes them so much more achievable than seeing it as something that you have to do forever. And that's the case mainly for 3 reasons. Number 1, it reduces your anxieties about the future. You no longer have to worry about how you'll be able to handle your feelings about this change next week or next month. It only matters how you can handle it today. Number 2, each day you can feel strengthened by yesterday's success, which is already awesome in itself. And while this is happening, your brain is also rewiring according to what it's learning about all the ways that are helping you or not helping you achieve those successes. Number 3, it eliminates the biggest pitfall of all, the internal debate of whether or not that goal is worth all that effort and all that self-discipline. You know as well as I do that 9 times out of 10, if we allow that debate to even just begin, we end up justifying to ourselves why today is an okay day to slack off on the goal. But if instead we focus our mental energy on making the change happen just today, then we usually feel like we can do it. No more debate, better success rates. Henry Ford said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are correct." Oh, and if this information has been valuable to you, then maybe you can hit that like button, because in doing so, you will help someone else receive this information. And just today, it might just help them a ton. And it will make me smile. So thank you very much. Now, for those of you who may feel like, "MJ, I've tried things that I thought I was capable of before, and I failed many times just the same," I'd like to add a reminder. There will be days where we fall off track, and we have to learn to be okay with that. That's just part of learning how to stick to your goals. After all, if you had already mastered that habit, it would no longer be a goal, right? So view the change process as one of 2 steps forward and 1 step back. And be okay with falling off track here and there. And then when you do fall off track, then you can really tell yourself, well, that's just today, right? But then you have to let it be just today in that one case. I know you get it. So Just today does not negate the effort required, but it reduces our perception of it. Now think about that for a quick sec. If you thought that your goals are closer within reach, that sticking to them wasn't going to be all that crazy, what goal would you jump on first? I say get to it without hesitation today. Oh, and by the way, if you're currently trying to get your food cravings in check, here's a little bonus for you. Most food cravings only last a couple minutes, unless of course you spend all that time just staring at that chocolate ice cream bar. So you don't even have to tell yourself it's just today. You can tell yourself it's just a few minutes and it will pass. Makes it that much easier, doesn't it? What? Oh, enough of the just, I did say it a lot, didn't I? Yeah, sorry, but I still have to fit it once more. Just once more, okay? All right, yeah, thanks. So what are your current goals? What's one simple thing that you can do just today so that you can get yourself in motion towards improving your health, your relationships, and your life? If your mind just went blank, start tapping into your best possible self and learn how to develop your personal keywords with the help of this video. Let me know how it goes, and thank you for being here.